Hey guys, Coach Edwards here. I'm going to walk you through a flower dissection today, so let's get started. Okay, so I pulled off some of the stamen and you can see that we have our anther, which is going to be this top portion right here. This is where the pollen is going to be housed. Pollen is going to be the male reproductive part of that. And then you've got the filament, which is going to be this little fiber right here that's going to actually hold that anther up. It's going to hold the anther up, trying to get it as close to the top of the female reproductive portion as it possibly can. I'm going to work on tearing some of these anther out so we can get to that female reproductive portion of the flower. Okay, so what is left is going to be the female reproductive portion, which is called the carpel. You will have the stigma up at the top, then you've got this pollen tube, and then you'll have the ovary at the bottom. The ovary is where the ovules will be housed, and those ovules, once they're fertilized, will eventually turn into seeds. So I'm going to try to kind of cut through this to see if I can get to the inside to show you some of the ovules. Okay, before I actually cut it open, let's talk about the female reproductive organs. So we've got our stigma, which is going to be the very top. It's going to contain a sticky substance. The pollen will actually attach to that sticky substance from the anther, and it can then travel down the style, which is the tube for the pollen to travel down, and then it will go to where the ovary is, and that's going to house the ovules. The ovules will turn into the seeds. So now I'm going to cut it apart. Okay, so I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit so you can maybe kind of see. So here we're at, you can see, I had to get, I'm sorry, I'm kind of trying to figure out where my knife is. You can see this style. Each one of these is going to be an individual because each little tube, so you've got your stigma on this one, and it's going to go down to the style and then into that ovary. And the ovaries, tried to get in, kind of scrape out, but it's really, really hard because there's super tiny little ovules inside of there that would then turn into the seeds. Here's one that I worked on earlier with the tulip. So you've got the petals, which are used to attract pollinators, as well as scent as well. Here again, these are the carpel, female reproductive organs. And this one, the stigma looks a little bit different than it did on the columbine. So you've got your stigma, and you're going to have that tube, that style, and then the ovary will be housed down here. Then you can actually kind of see, I think the ovules are right there. And then here's a lemon flower. These are the petals that go with it. The lemon, you can see the carpel right here. And then once this actually gets pollinated, this will then turn into, this whole thing will start to turn into that lemon. And again, here's the stamen, the male reproductive portion. And you've got your anther, which contains the pollen. So before you cut it all up, this is the tulip, kind of looks like. You can see where the anther with the pollen, the filament, stigma, the style, and then the ovary would be down here.